Welcome back to Grump's Barn, and a happy new year to all of my wonderful subscribers, all 402 of you at the moment. Although I say that, it's probably changed by now. It goes up and down like a bloody yo-yo. But anyway, today I'm not going to be doing bugger all. Yeah, I've done a bit over Christmas and the New Year, but not a hell of a lot. I just thought I'd do this as a quick catch up on what I have done. Yeah, I've done a few bits and found a bit more crap. Surprise, surprise. I thought I'd show you around quickly. I'll get on with some proper work in the next week or two. Just let's show you. As you can see, engine box is still there. That's the next thing that's going to come out. Because I have finally remove the steering box, along with yet another bloody protective what's it thingamy, that's the one. Steering guard, that's the one, the steering guard. Although on this thing it was only protecting the front tubes. This is all arse about face compared to a Defender. It's got let's get a light. God. Yeah, as you can see, it's a bit dull down here today. Let's get the light. There we go. And I can show you. Under here, you'll see we have a steering damper at the back. Now that is at the front on normal Land Rovers. On this, it's at the back. I never knew that before. So I looked about taking this bloody thing off, which I still haven't taken off, because it's connected onto the main radius arm. I haven't got around to taking that bolt out yet, and I won't do until I've got the engine and box off. Which, as I say, is definitely the next job. I've been soaking all these nuts on the exhaust every day with penetrating oil. I hopefully have some chance of getting the bloody things off. We shall see. Got two chances, haven't it? It's going to be a bit of a bugger because this one at the back here, it's got this in the way. There's a heat shield that goes over the starter relay and the starter motor itself. I'm going to have to try and take off once I've worked out how it's attached, because I haven't actually got round to doing that yet. But anyway, yeah. So all I've got to do, he says, losing his train of thought completely. Fucking hell. I'm not in a good way at the moment. I've got a bit of a cold. I've got the prop shaft to take off. Once those are taken off, then obviously the engine and box will be coming out. I'll probably split them again, but only because it's easier to split it on the car than it is to split it on the floor, especially for me, because I can't get down there without sitting on the floor. That's the fun of being a Raspberry Ripple. Or a cripple, for those who don't know the rhyming slang. I'm allowed to say that, you see. Right, now, let's show you around what I've found lately. As you can see, there was a lot more rot here than it first appeared. Got holes there and holes there. I'm going to have to cut back further on that. It's not a problem. It all needs rebuilding. The tube itself is thankfully in very good condition. But down here, look at that. This was all covered up last time. I've only since cut it back just to have a good look in there and Yeah, it's, it's every bit as rotten as the other one. Of course, not forgetting that lovely bit of rot there. So yes, Mike, you were right. There was a teeny bit of dirt just all back here somewhere. There, it wasn't rust. There, look, just there. Oh dear me. But there again, I was expecting rot. But thankfully, nowhere near as much rot as I was expecting. Well, yet. I haven't taken everything off, mind. Well, we shall see. Oh, as you can see, I still haven't cleared up all the crap off the floor. But if you look at the other side, look at this perfectly clean floor. And see that cardboard box there? That's quite a big box actually. And it's full, almost to the brim, with all the crap that had fallen off this when I was ripping it apart. But yeah, I can see the floor, and I've got rid of most of the crap from over there. Okay, there's still some at the back, but fuck it. Can't do everything at once. Yeah, we're definitely getting somewhere, even with Christmas and the New Year knocking out most of my time. That and the fact the weather's been absolute shit up here. We've had snow quite a bit just recently, so I haven't been up here too much. Yeah, what else have I done? I think that's about it, really. God, blimey, that wasn't a lot, was it? But no, I have also been round. Let's show you. I've disconnected the big bolts on the end of the hockey sticks, radius arms, whatever. Both those have been disconnected either side because they can be a complete and utter twat to get undone. But I might as well do that while I was not doing much else. Bolts are off of here and off the shocks at the back as well. Only the top one because the bottom one's, well, they'll probably need cutting off at some point, but anyhow, I won't be doing those until I've got the rear axle out. Because obviously I'm going to have to take everything off this chassis to redo it all. What else was there? Oh yeah, as you can see, the sedimentor and everything's gone from in here. I'm not going to be reusing that, obviously. Still haven't decided whether I'm going to be making a fuel tank to fit in here or whether I'm going to reuse that plastic one. That's still up in the air at the moment. Oh, and I've also removed the outrigger from there, chop that off. It's absolutely rotten anyway, that one. Obviously I've still got to chop it right back to the chassis and smooth it back and make it look nice. But yeah, it's been some progress, as I say, but it's not an enormous amount. Once it starts to warm up a little bit, although they're forecasting snow again for tomorrow, so it might take me a week or two to get round to it. Yeah, some progress has been made. As I say, in the next week or two there'll be another video out, and hopefully that'll be me taking off the gearbox and engine from this thing, so I can then start ripping everything else apart, get all the suspension and everything off, and both the axles and things, so I can then give this a bloody good clean up. Well, I'm going to cut. I've also got to cut off things like this outrigger here. The whole of it is all coming off. Same the other side, and obviously this power will be cut off. Lot of cutting and cleaning up to do. In fact, I've just ordered a hell of a lot of cutting discs and flat discs and stuff, so I can cut it all up and clean it and off and everything. Yeah, a lot of work. I'm afraid it's probably going to be a few months before we get around to start enjoying ourselves and working out how to build everything back up again. Right, also, I have finally decided exactly what I'm going to be doing for the front wheel. for those of you that are interested, or even those who aren't. I'll be using this wheel and hub off the front here. Now I'm going to be using the turning hub, but I will lock it up so it can't turn. Firstly, it will be locked by, I'm going to take out all the shims on the top bearing and tighten it down so that it's going to be pretty stiff anyway. But I will also, because on this left hand, excuse me, nearly falling over now. Right, because on this left hand hub assembly, you've actually got a steering line there and another steering line coming in here. I'm actually going to have two places, or a choice of places even, where I can attach a permanent rod that can go onto the rocker arm next to it to stop it turning in any way. And the reason I'm using the front turning one rather than a rear one, I will show you something that actually does make some sense when you think about it. If you look here, at the back of the back of the rear wheel even, you will see that this hub assembly bolts straight on here and it's almost flush with the wheel. Now to actually connect that to a rocker arm to make the suspension work properly on the front, I would have to build it out to about here to give me clearance for the wheel. That would be a right fucking royal pain in the arse. Whereas, if you look on the front, now whether you're understanding what I mean or not, I don't know, but I'm trying to explain it best I bloody can. Works out in my head anyway. If you look at the back of this wheel here, everything sticks out a lot further because you've got the your ball in there and everything. But the actual connection is right down over here. Hang on, there, see, you can see my hand. It's right there. The wheel is right back here. So you've got a lot more room. So basically I'll be using this so I can then connect the back of the hub unit onto the rocker arm for the steering. Now, if you remember what I said last time about these front forks, you're going to be leading link. So basically you've got your fork coming straight down from your steering head, which will be about where my hand is there. Which is just above the engine by a couple of inches, 2 or 3 inches above. Yeah, this won't be the I'm not attaching it to a piece of wood, no, not yet. I'm hoping to be using some metal for that. Hoping. We shall see. I haven't learned how to weld wood yet either. So yeah, you're going to have your steering head up here. You'll have your fork legs coming right down, and then you will have a rocker arm that goes up and down on the end of them. I will have to insert a picture somewhere of what one of those looks like. So yeah, I'll see what I can do about that. See if I can put a picture so it makes more sense. So yeah, basically using that front wheel works out a lot better. Wheel and hub and everything works out a lot better because that it will be my front wheel, front hub, brake and everything else. I'll be using all that full setup, which is going to be fun. And it's definitely going to make it look even fucking weirder, which I love. Weird is good. Right. So that's about it for now. I have got other ideas on what else is going to go where things like that. Oh, hang on, let's show you a little bit more first. Might help if I pick the light up. More chance of seeing what I'm looking at. Another thing I've got to do, might as well talk about it now, is this. One gear change, one high-low lever. Notice anything wrong about this? Anyone who's got a Defender? Yes, they're the wrong fucking way round. For some reason, the gear change is behind the high-low lever. On the Defender, it's the other bloody way round. You have the gear change towards the front and the high-low lever at the back. I don't know. Either that or I'm just imagining things, but I'm sure they're the other fucking way round. But anyway, what that means is that this whole unit has got to come off. Because I need to have a remote gear change up here. Somewhere down there-ish. I'll have to have I will have a bit of floor or something over there, and I'll have a bracket on it. I'll show you later how I'm going to do that. It's actually a fairly simple way of doing it. Yeah, so remote there, back to the proper gear change here. I will try and turn this bug around. I think I might better swap it around so this actually comes forward there. It can make a lot more sense. But this is still too bloody high. It gets in the way, so I'll probably have to unbolt this thing and get rid of it. I won't be using it anyway. It'll be stuck in permanent diff lock and in high gear. I doubt I'd be using this for any real off-roading. But you never know. If I did ever want to, I could use, just flick the lever down here for high-low. Anyway, so yeah, this will have to come off at some point. Or I'll have to think of something else to work around it. But anyway, we'll work that one out. But yeah, it's one of the things I've got to sort. Obviously, I've decided the front seat will be as far forward as possible. I will have a framework behind the engine here, and I will probably attach a seat to that solo seat. And then back here in this gap will be where the rear seat sits, which will probably, as I say, be one off the Jag. So it'll be a very comfortable leather seat. Could even make it a heated seat if I felt like it, because it's got all that in it. But we'll see when it comes to that. I don't know how silly I'm going to go on that sort of thing. But yeah, that's it anyway. Quick catch up. I will, as I say, get back to you in a week or two with hopefully some film of the engine and box coming out, which would be nice. Because then I can really get my fucking teeth into it and rip off the rest of these axles and suspension and everything, and start chopping up the bits of the chassis that I don't need, and cleaning it all up, repairing it and getting it ready for it all to go back together again. And then we can start having real fun building things like front forks. Yeah, that's going to be fun. I've never done anything like that before. I've built and rebuilt other forks, but I've never actually built any from scratch. Oh, along with the steering head and everything else, all got to be built from scratch. Yeah, this is going to be fun. Right then, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing. We're up to 402 now. Won't last. Goes down every week and then back up again. I don't know. Right, well, take care people, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.